Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. We're going to dive into Jasmy's charts because Jasmy just broke a key area of support. We're going to see if it is going to drop down any further in price or if we're going to see some temporary support. So let's dive right in. In this video, normally we take a look at the weekly and then the daily time frame here, but I'm just going to take a look at the daily and then the 4-hour. But in our updates, we are going to be tapping into the weekly when necessary and when we do see some price movements developing in some of our candlesticks for price movements. So taking a look closer on the daily time frame, Jasmy is trading at 0.02096. Now we were anticipating the break of our support line in the symmetric triangle. We held very nicely as support at our 100% of our Fibonacci at 0.020. So this is going to act as our immediate support. What I am anticipating is a retest from our support now turned into resistance. If we do see some rejection from our resistance level, then essentially the price for Jasmy can come down closer to our next Fibonacci extension at 0.016. What's really interesting too here is we see kind of the Bollinger Band upper band and lower band closing in, and normally when we see these pinches we typically see an expansion or basically a breakout depending on where the price is on the 20 moving average. So if we see the volatility or the upper band and lower band start to expand, that means higher volatility. Price is going to go towards the direction where the price closes. So if the price is found below our 20 moving average, when we see the higher volatility open up, unfortunately we may see Jasmy dip even lower to that 127 before a correction move up. Now there are some areas here of bearish movement. We see these histograms getting lighter in color. We all know that that basically means this wave, depending if it's green, it's bullish, red, bearish, is kind of slowing down here. And of course, the histograms didn't really grow any bigger. So buyers are taking a step back. We're seeing some heavy movement in terms of the selling pressure here. The RSI as well is at 33%. It is moving into oversold territory, but if we take a look at Jasmy's overall history, it needs to drop down a little bit further, and of course at an area of support for me to be able to say there will be an immediate bounce. But quickly taking a look at the 4-hour time frame here, it has been confirmed that the breakout has been dropped on towards the downward side in this triangle pattern. Price is struggling to hold here closer to that 100%. Now, what's really interesting too when it comes to Bollinger Bands, not only does it measure volatility and how fast the price market moves, it also measures oversold and overbought conditions. So we can see that down in our support of 100% of our Fibonacci, we can see that the price itself touched the bottom upper band and now it's retracing to the top. So we may see the highest price possibly come up to retest again our bottom symmetric triangle support line, now again turned into resistance. Going into this 4-hour candlestick as I'm filming here, it is a bearish candlestick. We see high pressures in this 4-hour drop because we see a high wick at the very bottom. We can see some buying pressure, but it's not enough until the next 4-hour time frame closes as a green engulfing candlestick. We may see the price coming up and retesting this 20 moving average. So, I mean, most probable scenario here, if I were to kind of give my best guess as price prediction here, I am most likely going to see, Jasmy come down to retest the 100 if we see some buying pressure coming up and retesting our resistance line. We may see possibly coming back into the symmetric triangle, but that's very optimistic because we've been dropping below our 20 moving average multiple times here. So it does need a huge recovery and breakthrough to come back into the symmetric triangle. So possibly retest up here. And if we do see a break below and that retest doesn't break through, again, with higher convictions of our volume, we are down 4% of the day. So please consider that as well. Then we may see price drop down to that 100%. And if we kind of scroll out towards, possible areas for that 100%, if that price doesn't hold, we're just going to bring our volume profile out and just kind of see our indicators. So here's our cluster around our 100%. If the price fails to hold below a cluster of volume, it's going to gravitate towards the next one. And as we can see on the screen here, there's really not much volume after the 100%. We can probably treat this area as the outskirts of the cluster. So roughly around 0.018, we may see some high wick candlesticks coming down to this bottom. And already as I move my cursor, we can see already multiple days has held as this area as support. So if we're not going to hold around that 100, we may see a may see price coming down closer to 0.018. And then we may be able to see some areas of support from there. But kind of let me know what you guys think down below. Again, I am hoping that we do retest that area of support, now turned into resistance, and then come back up in the symmetric triangle. I am kind of crossing my fingers that this is a false breakout for the symmetric triangle and we are able to get the support and the buyer interest in mind. But thank you guys so much for watching. Drop me a line down below and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.